Hello, good morning, student. So today we are going to learn about the rules. Okay, so rules of journalizing. That is how to record in the journal book. So the journal. So they are. We can say that there are two rules for the journalizing. Okay, so there are two rules. So how we can enter in the journal book. Okay, journal book. कसरी entry गर्ने भनेर दुईटा rules. So that we are going to learn today. So let us write like this. So rules of journalizing. Okay, and just below that one, let us write them. There are. Okay, so R is missing over here. So there are. So two rules. Okay, so there are two rules of generalizing which are as follows. Okay, so there are two rules of generalizing which are as follows. Okay, so write down this one, and after that, so let me highlight with the next color. Okay. Now, so there are two rules. So one is the rules based on the types of accounts. Okay, so based on the types of account, that means, so there are three types of accounts. So one is the real account, personal account, again, nominal account. So there are three types of accounts available here that we are going to learn right now. Okay, so there are three types of accounts. So based on the accounting equation, that means, so assets equals to capital plus liability. So this is the formula, and according to this formula also we are going to able to know whether they are debited or credited. Okay, so debit or credited, that also we can easily find out. So we need to write down like this. Okay, so let us write down in this way. So after writing rules of generalizing, so there are two rules of generalizing which are as follows. Okay, so number one, let us write down rules based on the types of assets. Okay, so rules based on the types of assets. Okay, dash. So they are. Is it okay? So did you write down this above one or not? Okay, so let me remove this. I pause the video and copy down quickly. Okay, so here, so there are two types of generalizing which are as follows. So number one will be rules based on types of accounts. Okay, so rule based on types of accounts. So they are. So what are they? So there are three types of accounts. So number A is personal account. Okay. So number B is real account, and number C is nominal account. Okay. So three types: personal, real, and nominal account. So what are they? So we'll discuss just after this one. Okay. So number one, my real account, they are so ABC name. Okay. So after this one, so write on ABC. Okay. Write on all these points. And number two. Okay. So let us write on number two. So number one is this one. Number two is this one. So number one ABC, and after that write down this number. Okay, so two rules based on accounting equation. Okay, so rules based on accounting equation, that is it is assets equals to capital plus liabilities. Okay, so write this much first of all. Okay, so pause the video. I will continue. Okay. Okay, so based on three accounts, so based on these three accounting types of accounts, there are three types. Okay, so one is the personal account. Suppose somebody has taken, okay, so Ram has taken something from me. Okay, I got the shop. So he has taken sugar from me, and he has taken that sugar in credit. Okay, credit भनेको बाँकीमा लगेको छ. So if he has not paid anything, then what I have to do? So his name should be written. Okay, ऊ चाहिँ के भयो त? ऊ चाहिँ बाँकी लिने मान्छे. Okay, so that means, so he instead of writing cash, okay, so he has not given cash दिएको भए त उसको नाम आउँदैन थियो. Okay, but he has taken his so he has taken the credit. Okay, so he has taken that sugar in the credit. So what we have to do? So हामीले so त्यो नाम मान्छेको नाम नै लेख्नु पर्छ. So whether somebody has taken, so if the portion people, if the portion has taken in credit, that means Ram account, Syam account, okay, baki ma lekhne mancheharu, okay, baki dine manche nabha baki line manche, so they are the portional account. Okay, so the name, if the name is written, if the name, so if some portion has taken something in credit, baki ma lekho cha bhane, so unharko naam lekhne. Otherwise, if that portion, not only the portion, the organization, suppose so Bhatvatini, so they have taken from us, okay, so we have taken something from Bhatvatini, so we have not paid anything right now, okay, that means so हामी चाहिँ के हुन्छ त tuition school लेख्छौँ हामी, okay, so we are not going to write on cash account, because if cash is paid, then the cash account हुन्छ. But if somebody is going to pay in the credit, that means if nothing is paid right now, बाँकीमा ल्याएको छु भने, so that is what, so that is the portional account. That means त्यो स्कुलको नाम लेख्ने, अर्गनाइजेसनको नाम लेख्ने, okay, so we need to write down the name of the organization. So it is the account of a portion or the organization or debtor or creditor, okay, so creditor भनेको credit दिने मान्छेलाई creditor भन्छ, okay, so there are two terms over here. So creditor means so those who gives credit, okay, those who gives credit, they are called creditor. So baki dine manche, suppose I have given credit to some of the person, okay, so suppose Iris, I have given the credit to Iris, that means Iris, so I am the creditor, okay, so she has taken credit from me, that means baki uleleko, that means she is the debtor, okay, baki line manche, that is a debitor, okay, debtor. So those who has taken, so those who has given the credit, so that is called creditor. Again, those who directs everything, direction देखाउनेहरुलाई के भन्छ, director भन्छ नि, हो त्यसरी नै those who gives credit, those who takes हैन, those who gives credit, so direction गर्ने मान्छेलाई त actor पो भन्छ त, director त भन्दैन नि त, okay, in the same way, so those who takes the credit means baki, okay, so baki, so जसले baki लिन्छ, so what do we call it, so that is called creditor. Sorry, those who gives credit, that is called creditor, and those who takes the credit, okay, those who are taking the credit, they are called the debtor, okay, so debt भनेको loan हो, debt भनेको loan, है, so loan लिने मान्छेलाई चाहिँ के भन्छ, debtor, okay, so credit भनेको बाकी दिने मान्छेलाई चाहिँ के भन्छ, creditor, okay, so debtor, so those who are taking it, okay, so creditor, those who are giving, okay, so got the difference between debtor and creditor. Suppose you can give an example yourself also. So your mother, so she has taken 5 rupees from you. So if she has taken 5 rupees from you, that means she's told that she will give that 5 rupees afterwards. Okay, Nani, I will give that 5 rupees afterwards. So उहाँले त बाँकीमा लानु भएको, उहाँले फिर्ता दिनु पर्ने भयो. So she is taking, that means she is the debtor or creditor. You are giving, she is taking, so you are those who are giving the money. So what do you call it, debtor or creditor? Okay, credit दिने मान्छेलाई creditor भन्छ, okay, so she is taking baki from you, loan from you, okay, so that means she is the debtor, okay, so just a simple example that I've given you. So under it, the person receiving benefit is debtor, okay, debtor, the person who is receiving the benefit is the debtor, and the person giving benefit is creditor. That means those who are giving something, okay, those who give something, so they are the creditor, okay, so debitor or creditor, okay, sorry, so the person receiving, those who are receiver, okay, so those who are receiving, so they are debited in the journal entries ma त्यो record गरिन्छ भने, so those who are the person giving benefit, okay, so those who are giving it, so the giver is called the creditor, that is called that is the credited. A separate account is maintained in the name of each portion and firm, and it shows the amount to be received from different portion, okay, so you baki ma ल्याएको, that's why you need to receive afterwards, त्यो लिन्छ कुनै न कुनै दिन लिन्छ सो यसको डेफिनेसन कहाँ लेख्ने त कसरी लेख्ने त सो राइट डाउन द डेफिनेसन अफ पर्सनल अकाउन्ट फ्रम हियर okay so after writing that all the questions all the points माथिको दुईटा accounts two types of accounts त्यो equation लेखेपछि then after that write down number A okay so personal account give arrow and write down personal account records okay in that way okay so write down the title personal account underline it give arrow and write down personal account records the transaction relating to individual and organization in which the receiver is debtor and the giver is the creditor okay so के भन्नु पर्यो debit the receiver dr लेख्छौं तर cr पनि लेखिन्छ तर okay so debtor okay receiver debitor receiver डेप्टरले के गर्छ डेप्टरले बाँकी लिन्छ लिनु भनेको रिसिभ गर्नु okay so in that way also you can memorize debtor means those who are taking something okay so those who are taking something they are the debtor okay so creditor means those who are giving sauji they are the creditor credit sauji debtor those who are taking the loan okay so debit the receiver credit the giver otherwise let us memorize in this way so let us try to say like this so rg right rg so debit the r come first so rg okay so rg Rakesh Gupta oh my god so our first name so Rakesh Gupta let us he's not he's Chaudhary so Rakesh Gupta भनेर याद गरौँ okay so r for receiver g for giver so rg है so debitor पहिला debit आउँछ त्यसपछि credit आउँछ so debit is Rakesh that means receiver okay so credit means Gupta g means giver okay so debit the receiver credit the giver okay so in that way we can memorize so number b जुन छ नि b number okay so it's नलेख्ने के पनि so just listen only first of all so personal account so let us write down the definition in this way okay then let us learn about the real account also real account records the transactions relating to assets and properties okay so it relates with the assets real account भनेको तिम्रो सम्पत्ति के छ त so you may be having a car you may be having the laptop you may be having the buildings so these are all the real accounts okay so जुन चाहिँ तिम्रो real properties हरु छ so that is termed as real account okay so you may be having the laptop you may be having the mobile phone you may be having the gold okay so you may be having cash so they are all what so they are the real accounts okay so properties are जुन छ they are the assets and properties they are the real account so so assets so real account records the transactions relating to individual and organization in which oh I was learning from personal account sorry so real account records the transaction relating to assets and properties in which what comes in is the debited and what goes out is the credited okay so in out right so in out अब यहाँ के याद गर्नु पर्यो in out in out okay so in out याद गर्ने okay so what comes in that is the debit or credit so that is debit okay so debit what comes in credit what goes out okay suppose you are coming inside you are debit if you are going outside that is credit okay suppose goods are coming laptop is coming suppose you are going to buy one new phone that is debit okay so त्यो debit हो भने so what is going out cash is going out पैसा गयो नि त oh that is credit okay so what comes in debit what goes out credit okay so in that way just remember so again हामीले के याद गरेको थियौ पर्सनल अकाउन्ट राकेश गुप्ता rg okay so debit r means receiver gupta means g okay giver so credit the receiver okay rg right debit receiver credit giver अब यो रियल अकाउन्टमा what you need to remember in out right in out so what comes in what goes out Okay, out the goes huncha. Okay, in the come huncha. Okay, so what comes in debit, what goes out, it is credit. Okay, so in that way also we can memorize. Okay, so next one is nominal account. So nominal account records the transaction relating to expenses, loss, income, and profit, in which the expenses and loss are debited and the income and the profit are credited. Okay, so nominal account भनेको चाहिँ नि, okay, so if you are having the expenses, खर्च भयो, okay, so you are buying something, so you are buying the laptop, खर्च हो त्यो. Okay, so though you are getting the laptop, but is it the expenses or not? Expenses means kharcha. Is it kharcha? Okay, because your parents may not having different things right now, so due to the lockdown and all, so they may not be able to buy something. But whether they are earning or they are not earning, but is it expenses or not? Is it expenses? Okay, so it is expenses. Okay, so that's why, so expenses should be debited. Okay, so loss also, okay, loss भनेको पनि त घाटै त हो नि. Okay, so this expenses and loss, they are debited. Okay, debt मा जान्छ तिमीहरुको. Okay, भने so income and profit. Income, I am earning something, पैसा आयो नि त. What comes in? Sorry, so income and credit, so so income and the profit, they are the credited. Okay, they are credit side. Okay, expenses भनेको loss नै हो. Okay, so income भनेको the profit हो. Okay, so expenses and loss, they are debit. Then what? Income and profit, they are the credit. Okay, so that we need to memorize. यति याद गर्ने. So expenses and loss, they are debited. Income and profit, they are credited. So these are the accounts, so where we are going to record the expenses, loss, income, and profit, in which expenses and loss are the debited and income and profit, they are the credited. Okay, so I told you not to write right now. So why I told you to not write down? Because, so first of all, you need to write down portional account. Give arrow and write down the definition of portional account. Portional account records the transaction relating to individual and the organization in which the receiver is debited and the giver is credited. Okay, okay. Then after this one, I will leave one line. That means after this one, so change the paragraph and copy this. Okay, so arrow is given over here. Just follow the arrow. Right? Follow this arrow. Where you will go? Okay, so we are going in the topmost building. So it is like a snake game over here. Okay, so here, so you need to write down like this. After that, writing the definition, the rule of generalizing in portional account is as follows. So debit, the receiver, credit, the giver. RG, Rakesh Gupta. Okay. Got it? So Rakesh Gupta. You need to remember RG. Okay. Gupta Rakesh, okay, Rakesh Gupta. Okay, so that makes you clear. Rakesh Gupta. Pala Gupta Rakesh ta hona hai. Rakesh Gupta comes first. Okay, Gupta Rakesh will not come. So Rakesh Gupta will come. So that's why. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. In that way we can memorize. So in the same way, so you okay go talako definition like this. So write down the definition of real account. Then after that, so write down the rules of generalizing in real account is as follows. Then write down. So in case of real account, in and out, in out, in out. Okay. So debit, what comes in, credit, what goes out. Okay. So in that way we need to memorize. Got it? So that is the real account. So nominal account means, so it is based on the income. Okay, income or the profit, otherwise the expenses or the loss. Okay, so debit all expenses and loss, credit all incomes and profit. That you need to memorize. So tala particular definition. Okay, so write down the definition of real account, write that thing. Okay, so write down the definition of nominal account, then write this formula. Okay, don't write this thoughts. So the rules of generalizing in the nominal account is as follows. So write down debit all the expenses and loss, credit all income and profit. Okay, so I came to know that some students, they are not learning at home. So your exam is very near now. Okay, so your test is going to occur. So you need to learn now. Okay, so you need to learn. So I think one day I need to come online and I need to ask the students now. Okay, so I need to ask the students. So though I may not be able to come or I may be able to come, what is your duty? My duty is to teach. Okay, what is your duty? Your duty is to learn, because if I just teach you, so you may not be knowing. Okay, so जबसम्म तिमीले आफै पढ्दैन, you are not going to know, isn't it? Okay, so that's why you need to learn. सरले सोध्छ अनि मात्रै पढ्छु हैन. So you need to learn because you need it. Okay, so exam is very near. Exam is very near. So as soon as the school will be open, and if you don't know this everything, okay, my dear. So that is the small dhamki to you all. Okay, so please keep on learning the things. Is that okay or not? Right? So a real account, nominal account, so portional account. Not only that one, the previous chapter also there. So one chapter is already completed, isn't it? So one chapter is already completed. So so write down the definition of this one, and let me go a small topic here also. So number 2 मा त के पो थियो? So rules of generalizing based on the accounting equation. So just before we have learned this topic, isn't it? So there are 2 rules. So it was based on the based on the types of account. That means what are the 3 types of accounts? Portional account. Tell me with me. Portional account, real account, and nominal account. Can you say me? Okay, so just remember, what was the portional account? What was the formula of portional account? Portional भनेको मान्छेको नाम. What was the name of the portion? What is the name of BP sir? Not Rakesh Chaudhary. What is it? Rakesh Gupta. Okay, so R the receiver, G the giver. That means David the receiver, credit the giver. Again, that way we can memorize. Real account. That means 2 things we need to memorize. Okay, so first in will come or out will come? In and out. Okay, that means what comes in? Debit. What goes out? Credit. Okay, so in case of portional account, nominal account, so what will come in debit? So in case of debit, so what will come? So debit ma ke lekhne ta? All expenses and loss. And in case of credit, what will you write down? All income and gain. Otherwise, we can call it profit. Okay, so all income and profit. Otherwise, all income and gain. Gain means also profit. Gain maneko profit. Okay, so that we need to write down. And number 2. So rules based on the accounting equation. So you need to write down assets equals to capital plus liabilities. Okay, so let us learn about this one also. So let us write on this one. So according to the rule of generalizing, so you need to write down this assets equals to liabilities plus assets. Sorry, liabilities plus capital. Then after that, you need to write down this formula. So write down this first, then this second, then after that, the rules can be summarized as follows. The rules, these are the rules, and these rules can be summarized as follows. So increase in assets and expenses. So what is here? This is the assets. Okay, so these are the debit side. Let me call you, this is the debit side. This is the credit side. Okay, so if this will increase, debit will increase. Okay, this is the debit. If it will increase, it is so what is that? That is a debit. Your debit. So if this will increase, then this is the credit. Okay, so increase in assets, what we call it? We call it debit. Okay, so decrease in assets, what we call it? Credit. Assets bhane kya ho? That is the sampati. Okay, that is the property of ours. Suppose we have bought one bed. Okay, so that is our property, isn't it? So that is our property, that is our assets. But so to buy that property, so what is that? That is the expenses, is it? खर्च भयो कि भएन त बेड किन्नलाई. So bike, my motorcycle, that is motorbike, so that is my assets, my property. But to buy that property, so was that the expenses? Okay, खर्च भयो कि भएन, त्यतिकै त आएन. Okay, so one bike was hanging on the tree. I have just plucked it and I started riding it. Is it? No, I have purchased that. Okay, so I have bought it, isn't it? So I have bought that. That's why that is my property. So that is the kharcha, that is the expenses. So increase in assets, others increase in the expenses, others increase in the assets. What is that? So your side my body भने के हुन्छ रे? That is the debit. If this will decrease, then what is that? That is credit. Okay, assets घट्नु भनेको त्यो के हो त? That is the credit. So decrease in assets or expenses, so that is the credit. So in a similar way, this side also. So if this will increase, then what is that? Debit or credit? Your debit or your credit. Okay. So increase in asset, liabilities or capital, that is credit. So decrease, increase in capital or liabilities. So what is that? That is credit. Okay. You increase one credit, but if it decreases, then what is that? That is debit. Okay. So increase in assets, debit. Increase in liabilities or capital, okay. So if liabilities will increase, then that is the credit. If capital will increase, that is also the credit. Okay. So but if it is decreasing, okay, so your job decrease by one, what is that? So increasing credit, decreasing debit, increasing debit, decreasing credit. Okay, so remember in that way. So same thing is written over here also. Okay, so capital, liabilities and income, the expenses at the income. Okay, so remember in that way. So this is the second rule, that means the rule of generalizing based on accounting equation. So we need to memorize this definition, the formula before. So without this formula, we are unable to do the journal entries. Okay, generalizing or no, that means we need to know the formula. So from tomorrow, okay, so from the next day, so we are going to do the entries. Okay, so we need to make the format. So after making the format, we are going to do the entries. Okay, entry transaction. So real account, we are going to be the accountant. Okay, so for being accountant, what we need to know? We need to know the formula. Okay, so this formula, do you know what is this? This is not formula. This is the bullet. Not the bike wala bullet. This is the bullet. Okay, and what is this? This is the gun. Okay, your numerical junsani. Oh, that is the gun. So you cannot solve this gun until and unless, okay, you don't have the bullets with you. जबसम्म तिमीहरुसँग बुलेटै हुँदैन भने, okay, बुलेटै नभइकन गन के काम कुट्ने, त्यसले गनले कुट्ने, okay, that is not possible. So what is there? So what is needed to solve this one? We need bullets. That is, we need the formula. Okay, so we need all this formula. So that all this formula must be in your mind. Okay, so stop playing the games and all, and we need to know the formula. We need to learn this one. Okay, so this much is your homework today for today. So write the formula. So write down this. Write down the definition. Write down this formula, and after that, you need to learn. Okay, debit. Okay, so in case of real account, what is that? Sorry, personal account. Rakesh Chaudhary, so Rakesh Gupta. Okay, so second one, in and out. Third one, income. All expenses and loss, that will be the debit, and all credit and all income and profit, so that is going to be the credit. Okay, but in this case, so assets equals to liabilities plus capital ma ke cha ta? So if assets will increase, if the left hand side will increase, that is the debit. Okay, if this will increase, then that is the credit. But if this will be decreasing, that is credit. If this will be decreasing, that is the debit. Okay, so that much we need to know. So if you know this much, so you will know everything. Okay, so this was for today. So we will meet soon on next Thursday. Okay, so till that, bye bye. So keep on learning. Okay, so without learning, so we cannot. So we need to know the formula. Okay, so without formula, we cannot do anything. So please learn. So this was for today. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Take care.